So, Jamal, I haven't met you yet,
I haven't met you
right?
either.
I
No,
know, I
not in person.
know. Not in person, not in person. Your Instagram is the art of sumo, and it's one of those that my brain can't help but like refer to you as art of sumo.
I got you. I got you. Hence
That's
why
like
it's in the.
immediate.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
no. It's
yeah.
fair.
That's why it's up there. That's why it's up there. Like right now, that's you. There's only like every so often I'll run into an Instagram handle that's so good that I'm like, that's just who this person is, right? And the
That's
club names never really work, right? Like nobody's gonna refer to me as hey Honu Sumo. That doesn't quite work. But art
right.
of sumo is pretty awesome,
It's
and it's
right on
like
the nose.
it's on the nose. You're an artist, and you like the name itself is pretty amazed that you actually got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I really looked up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've switched between a couple of handles before, and that was one of the ones that I could just plug in, and I tried it, and at first I didn't really know how good it was, but
Hmm.
it is, and I really do appreciate it because it allows me to wear so many hats in one, on one name,
Yeah, yeah,
so.
for real, for real. So do you want to talk about your art a little bit? What inspires you to do art?
I do. Well, I like reading Western comic books. I'm a huge fan. Not. I'm getting into manga. I'm really trying to be open and fair, but right now I've got a pretty heavy Western bias. So a lot of my attachment to art comes from that. My dad used to
Who's
read
your
me
fa-
comic books. What's up?
Who's your favorite?
These are going to be horrible takes, especially a black and sumo segment. These are going to be horrible because, okay, it's Daredevil. Don't know
Okay,
why. Wolverine, The
okay,
Thing.
okay.
Uh, that's really it. Now, if I had to say my like favorites beyond that, then we get to the Blades and John Stewart and everybody else. But I don't know why those first three stick in my head. Maybe it's all the brainwashing from the cartoons, but it's those three. Can't even really deny it. But yeah, Western comics was my influence for art, and it's just something I was never able to really let go. And I wanted to have a career in it, and that is happening at a very slow rate. I've got stuff out there on stands. My names are on work. Like it just came out. I want to say a couple of months back. Shook. It's a horror anthology comic. I
Okay.
worked on that with Second Sight. It was really cool. It was a very stressful project, but yeah, I've been into art for a really long time, like really long time.
Have you read any of Swamp Thing?
Um, Not Swamp Thing, but I have read two comics that are really good with Swamp Thing in it. One was Animal Man for the New 52. He was
Hmm.
very intertwined with that stuff. And that's really my only and the Injustice game. I mean, he's in there.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that Animal Man comic really put me into the whole green and that how that whole mythology works. It's good stuff. It's a far too fringe for me. I like my taste a bit front and center, a little bit mainstream. But yeah, I've heard of him.
There's a really good one. It's it's within the Swamp Thing original run. Um, can't remember the number, but Swamp Thing ends up getting like super OP, like ridiculously OP. And
Hmm.
there's a comic where he fights Batman. I'm not gonna tell you how it ends. Just look up Swamp Thing versus Batman, and I'm sure you can find it online. And
Okay,
it's pretty epic. It's pretty epic. And
got you. I mean, I
speaking
already
of
know how it
pretty,
ends. Batman
oh, you
wins.
do?
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
Batman wins. I'm sure. No, I'm
I'm
joking.
sorry.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Batman could take an L. He gets his back broken. And
Thank
speaking
God.
of broken backs, let's go ahead and bring in broke back Justin. Hey,
Broken back,
Hello.
Justin. Uh
Hello.
oh. We got the
here at
muscles
Color
out.
People Time.
Man, I do apologize. I'm coming straight from practice from Keiko.
Okay.
And it took longer than expected because everybody, of course, when you're in a rush, everybody's just in your way.
Once
I
you
mean,
stay
you're
longer.
not Russian, you're Texan.
Yeah.
You guys do that a lot around here?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, he pulls the dad jokes.
Do I? Do
I
I?
just pull the perverted jokes.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get this party started.
As he up and walks away again, and
Tell him no, 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 no. Tell him no, 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 no. You've been trying to cater to all their needs. You've been feeling guilty for so long. Baby, they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell them yes, tell them get lost. Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry, but I'm busy. So you really do it ain't yourself. Ooh, hold up, baby, don't take it. In a friendship, if they just make it, you don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, ain't want it.
wow, I was in there. Wow, can I say I really like that? I really like that.
Thank you.
great.
Justin hates it.
It's
Justin
fine. It's fine.
He hates my logo because I, unlike you guys, I am not an artist. I am a martial artist, and that's really just it. Martial
Okay.
arts, great instructor, awesome husband,
But
many
you're
things,
also-
but
you're not their
definitely.
videographer.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, this-
You-
Yeah, well, yeah.
Everybody
But
has-
making logos and art is not really my my forte, right?
Well, you did pretty good. You did the damn thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
you-
It looks
Um,
nice.
So Jamal, let's talk about sumo. Let's talk
Okay,
about-
let's talk
what
about it.
got you into sumo?
Oh man, I've had a fascination with sumo probably since like grade school. I was one of the people who jumped on to they were really rare videos. I don't know, but they were like videos of vintage sumo matches, but they had like superpowers added into them. Like when you hit them, there would be thunder, or they would go outside the stadium and into space and back down. Like some really cool edits. And I was really, really, really taken by it. And then eventually, of course, after I got over, that, I started watching the sport for reals. And man, it's probably one of my favorites. I just love the competition, the pageantry, the colors. There's nothing but positives to like about it. And it's a sport that was really unique, and I've never really seen anything like that. So I just fell in. I've been a fan for quite some time.
How did you find sumo in your, obviously in your local life, I guess, or like for amateur sumo? Like, what's your story on that?
Okay, so naturally, the more I started watching it as a fan, I had questions. I don't know anything. I don't know anybody that even remotely watches that. So I started joining the Facebook groups, and then I joined one, and then Matt reached out to me shortly, not too long after being in the group, Matt Shields.
Okay.
And he asked me if I was interested in trying it out, and I had nothing going on, so I went out there and I tried it, and it was something that definitely stuck with me, and that was it. That was it. I'm into it since that.
Yeah.
And then I start finding out that there's a lot more people than just us. It's everywhere.
Yep.
It's literally everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, just just completely in. But yeah, that's how I really found my way to the whole amateur circuit thing.
What does your family think about you doing sumo?
My mom is very supportive, super supportive. She loves it. I think if I were like flipping peas in a parking lot, she would still be really supportive of what I'm doing. So
It is very random.
I know. I love
just
it.
something that you can't, But yeah, my whole family, they're really supportive of me doing it. So that's great. I've really enjoyed that, having them in my corner.
Sir,
So-
are you a member of Alpha Phi Alpha?
I am not. I am in an office that has this stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I say yes, does that add to my prestige? I'll you can cut it out and say that I say yes.
Yes.
I'll
or
lie.
no?
Yeah.
My dad's an alpha. That's what I was asking. 'Cause
Got you. I know an alpha.
Anyways, we had Jay on, who is also Omega Sci-Fi. We had him two, 3 episodes ago. What?
Somewhere along those lines.
Oh man, I gotta check that one out. For research purposes, I watched you guys' one with Edo, and I watched the last.
Oh Lord! Of all of the episodes, you had.
I wanted to try that one. I wanted to try that one first. You got to get a real.
That is not
measure.
a good baseline, sir. That was.
I believe you got to get both angles. You got to go all the way over here. You got to go all the way over here, and then that way I'll know where to land my performance in the middle. I thought about coming in here with some mom jokes, but I figured that's already been done to death.
This is true.
That is just an Edo thing.
That is just Edo.
Don't have to.
Okay, maybe when I get to know you guys a little bit better, I might, take one in there. But I promise I'll keep it classy.
Oh Lord. You could have watched some more with some good, like the deeper content ones,
I watched
like Kevin Carter.
Yes. Oh God, that was great.
Carter.
Kevin Carter.
Okay, I'll
He's
check
the
it
one.
out.
That's the one. If you want to see like a true pioneer of amateur sumo, right, and like a black person in amateur sumo, Kevin Carter's the man.
Yep. Yep.
He was with Manny Yarbrough at the time, so it was.
Oh.
He was in that original, like that monster generation,
Yep.
Okay, I'll check that one out. I'll put that on the docket.
And he's a good dude.
He's a great dude.
Have you ever, and then if you watch that interview, and then let's say he just happens to come to nationals or something or whatever, then you've got some kind of basis of, well, who is that guy? And there's a you have a little bit more, I guess, reverence for sumo history kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll give it a listen for sure.
Speaking
One
of
of the things-
nationals, are you coming to nationals?
Whew. Probably not this year, but next year.
Okay.
Next year. I told myself, Matt was telling me on the drive back down, that I should go for, and
I'm looking for a Midwest presence. Y'all have. I don't think you understand. You got into sumo at the right time, because the Midwest, I will say, back in the day, wasn't shit. It was Gabe and Gabe and randoms not
Darius.
Oh, shout out to Darius. Hey,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, it was Darius. Oh, I guess. Well, Marky is technically he's not Midwest. He's Appalachian.
okay.
So yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess Darius and there's. Anyways, the fact that we can name them on one hand, that lets you know what the Midwest was. And seeing y'all motherfuckers at where the hell were I've been in a different city every week. Nashville. No, dead ass. I've been in a different city every week for the last 5 weeks. It's insane.
Nice.
In that representation in Nashville, I was like, damn, the Midwest actually got something. Like y'all are solid, and not just all heavies or whatever. No, across the board, some pretty solid dudes. Meeting guys like TJ, guys like what's his name? They call him Buffalo Man.
Okay.
God, what? I'm forgetting his actual name. Like ever since Yama was calling him Buffalo Man, I can't remember his name.
You're not talking about Hunter, are you?
Buffalo Man. I don't know.
Okay.
He's heavy. He came to the Consulate's Cup. You'll know, JJ. He came to the Consulate's Cup last year and fought. I think he got gold or he got silver, and then Sam got gold, and they fought in the finals. Sam Kempka, and they fought in the finals. They're both same height, similar build, tall, buff. I mean, tall, just like corn-fed, strong white dudes.
I'm not good at this.
Shit,
I'm not good at this.
For the most part.
I remember
One of them dudes. Don't worry. One of those dudes. Yeah.
All right. They all look.
I was. If you said it, I was thinking it.
Speaking of nationals, let's try something. Let's try something here.
Okay. What are we looking at?
Hold on, wait for it.
God damn, funny man. Hear it.
It's like a rocket ship. It's hot.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice. Very steep looking over there. It's very scary.
You missed that one, sir. That was the weekend before Nashville. In San Diego.
Oh, that was February, right?
Yes.
I don't know. The weekend before Nashville. That's all I can
It's February 24th.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I even occurred enough vacation time at that point to go anywhere. So
I'm fairly tapped out. Nationals is about to be. I don't know if I make the world team. That is a questionable trip. I'm tapped.
Okay.
I'm solidly tapped. But hey, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you gotta make some eggs to break some eggs. I guess. I don't know.
No, first you got to make the team.
Facts.
Yeah. So there's still time. There's still time. I do want to. I always have to say it. There is a hard cutoff for nationals.
May 27th.
May 27th. There is no walk-ups.
Is that at midnight? Are we saying like right at 11:59?
Hey man, it's whatever the system says. It's the 27th.
Okay.
It's the 27th. However that makes sense. Don't let it get to that. I don't even want to think about it.
Like register at 11:58.
Hey, you whatever you end up doing, if you can't get in, you can't get in. That's not on me. That's not on me. I put that on everybody. I spread that out. Just I'm competing, so I need to make sure that the brackets are already set and everything's moving in the right direction, and then I know how many doyos I have to produce.
Cool.
So
cool.
all right. So that's JJ's little national
disclaimer right there.
All of that.
Little something. So, okay.
Right. So we were talking about just like the most abrupt commercial ever. So we're talking about your family. Does anybody else in your family want to do sumo?
I'm asking around. I'm trying to inspire some people.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm probably the biggest person in my family as far as obviously it's not always about being the biggest or whatever, but I it's a small faith to push on people one thing at a time, and I'm just gonna keep trying, and maybe somebody will come to practice with me. Then I got them, but I'm just asking. It's all I can do.
Speaking of being the biggest in your
nephews or anything along those lines, bring them through. They'll probably, they might be about the same size as a lightweight.
Okay, can ask my nieces and nephews, see what they got going on. Why not?
What is speaking of being the biggest in your fam? You are jacked, sir, and then you've gotten even more jacked since the last time I saw you. What is your workout? What is your workout regimen, sir? I'm as you can tell, trying to get bigger, but my body doesn't like.
We can tell.
No, but
we can tell.
But I'm not. I'm still.
Stop it.
Flat 200, and that don't work in middleweight.
No, man. For 200, you look solid. Very, very solid.
What are you doing? Shit, I'm trying to get there.
Oh my god. 4 meals a day. I go in the gym and spend at least, at the minimum, 2 hours. Because 30 minutes of that is trying to pick a good playlist or whatever. But I swear, the other hour and 30 minutes is actually, working out.
You might be the only person to speak truth there.
Absolutely. You got to be honest. You have to be honest. You have to count it in. When I say 2 hours, it's like, oh my god, it's a lot of time. I'm like, no. Only 30 minutes of that is absolute bullshit to be standing around. but no, it's just a lot of. Once I really start taking it seriously, I had a thing about practice is not always as tenable for travel for me as I'd like it to be, and some of that is me bitching, and a lot of that is just how I feel after like 36 hours back to back. So I told myself I was going to try and gear my training. So what I do is just a lot of strength training, a lot of like focused movements to here, and then obviously working on my back so I can pull and working on my flexibility. The flexibility has been the most difficult thing. But yeah, it's just banging out solid, heavy sets and not being realistic with myself about, what I can and can't do. And even if I can't I can't deadlift 400 or whatever, at the very least, I know I can pull 250 to my center pretty easily and move it around.
You can't deadlift 400?
I can. It's just not that I've really tried to prove it to I think I got it in there. Like I got it in the tank.
Yeah.
315 is where I draw the line. Like I'm not like competing anything sports wise or weightlifting wise, and it just doesn't seem. But I feel like I got it. If
how many do you pull for 315?
315 as far as squats, it's like 8. I meant like deadlift.
Oh, I thought you were talking about deadlifts.
Oh, deadlifts. Oh, I can do like 10, 12.
At 315. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it like 315 like your cutoff?
That's where I'm stopping myself. That's where it feels functionally good. Like, okay, if I can get this off the ground, I've got something going here. I can get this off the ground. I can move it. Any higher than that, you're just like adding. Like, sure, if you can get 315, you could probably get 4 if you wanted to.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
If you can pull above 5 on 315, you can hit 405 no problem.
That's
no problem.
For one, you could dude. I'm a little dude, and like last week's PR was 475. I know
Are you still pulling in the hex?
No. I'm talking.
Are you doing straight bar? Are you doing straight bar?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm doing straight bar as well.
Last week 75.
Good.
And that's
a good number for straight bar.
I know you can. For sure.
You know what? I'm fairly confident. Yes, I'm fairly confident that I could. It's just the way my back is set up. No, I'm kidding. I can do that. But yeah, and eating. Eating so important,
What is your like your go-to? We'll start with like your breakfast, lunch, dinner meals, or whatever.
Breakfast is anywhere between 5 to 6 eggs. 4 or 5 pieces of bacon. Yeah, you gotta go through a couple of cartons.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you gotta go through a bit.
I'm not doing it right then. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
eat
right.
more. Whatever you're eating, just eat more of it. Yeah, no. You need way more than that. You gotta eat like at least 4 for a minimum. You know what I mean? But yeah,
JJ,
as far,
are you a breakfast
yeah.
person?
No, I can't eat breakfast. It gives me diarrhea.
What? Breakfast is my favorite meal of the
All
day.
breakfast gives me diarrhea. So for me, it's like right at about 11 o'clock. That's when I can eat. But when I do eat, I'm 6 eggs also. I like eggs a lot.
Okay.
And I like there's a company out here that does Japanese style eggs. So they're certified to make sure that you can eat them raw. And I just fucking
Jeez.
no problem.
Wow, jeez, Justin, how many eggs are you? I mean, what do you eat for breakfast then? What are you eating? Just 2?
Yeah, I'll scramble 2 and then put them in that little square Japanese pan that my wife got. And then because then you can like fold the egg over into a little egg pocket.
Okay. Yeah,
that's why you have 2. That's why you're eating 2 because you're making art.
Yeah,
right. You're making art and shit. Like that's they plan for stuff for proportions and everything. We just need to pile it in. Like the good old, like our grandparents, just pile it on in. Just keep on eating a bunch of it. It's really the only way to do anything. Unfortunately,
well, I do that and turkey sausage and avocado and 1 toast, and that's breakfast, which is I don't know. That's
normal. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, if you got goals and shit, you may want to. You gotta eat more than that. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got like 37 days, 38 days, whatever it is.
Yeah. That's what you were talking about. That's an Instagram breakfast.
Shit.
You could make a picture of that. That sounds cute. I would love to see that. You could take a picture.
Justin's breakfast.
I won't lie. I don't always commit to like that big ass breakfast. I just make a protein shake or something. But as far as lunch and dinner, it's very like.
Oh, I have a protein shake.
Got to have that in there. At least
in the morning. Oh, so
what style of protein are you taking?
Huh?
Oh,
are you doing whey? What are you doing?
The one is big and it just says mass.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one. I googled and said which one's gonna give me the more weight and the most weight. So I have a whole scoop of that in some rice milk and banana and blackberries and then probiotics.
This motherfucker's cultured. Do you hear this list that he's reading off? I love this.
No, this is that Austin right there. That's that Austin, Texas, huh? Home of the Whole Foods. I see you.
Yeah.
Actually, Austin, Texas is home of the Whole Foods.
Wow.
The first one.
We got one of those.
1986. Hey, you know this. Damn, man. Okay.
Yeah. We got one of those somewhere, I travel from time to time.
I always have to act like, because my mom's from Chicago, but I don't remember shit from our childhood. Like, it was always, every time we went for Christmas was cold as shit. So it's not like I was like looking around like, woo, look at Chicago. Yeah. But anyways, what is y'all's, because I know the West Coast, we got Ralph's and stuff. Down here in Texas is H-E-B. What's your general grocery store chain that's up there?
Full disclosure, I am a patch over to Chicago.
Oh, whatever.
I'm in Indiana.
Yeah.
But we go to Meijer. We got Myers. You guys ever heard of that? It's a big grocery store chain. They're everywhere down here. It's like, God, it's like if Target had like Christian value, good old Christian values type vibe. You know what I mean? And more shit. It's that. But not as much as like anime shirts or whatever. It's more like Carhartt for real workers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like that.
Between Walmart and Target.
Yes.
But if it was owned by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. You get that real, all the women that work here wear skirts. Like the real the denim shits, like the ones that they wear in church. You get that vibe a lot. But it's a good store. They have, most of everything I need. Decent produce. So, yeah. What about you guys?
Michael Myers. HEB, baby. It's a
Got
very,
HEB.
very Texas thing. But we also, we have we have the Trader Joe's or whatever. But HEB is your go-to, and then HEB's version of Whole Foods to compete with Whole Foods is Central Market, which
Central.
It's literally the same it's so weird because you can go match produce for produce, an apple for an apple, and it's just more expensive at Central Market, and you're paying for like all the prettiness, and they just have more cuter organic things or whatever.
Okay, a bigger foreign market. Section.
Okay, their foreign aisle, like what they call their ethnic foods aisle.
Yeah.
They're just like, they just slop it all into one. They're just like, India, all of Asia.
Yeah, they're like all that weird shit. Okay, it's all in one aisle. Okay, yeah. Next to the dog food, right over here. No, this is what Whole Foods does. By the way, they're like, all this shit. And then I guess you can get your dog food halfway through the aisle. It's cool.
All the stuff we can't pronounce, just go in that aisle.
Yeah, right over there.
Right over
Thai chili, whatever you guys are doing over there, we got it all.
Szechuan.
Sounds like some devil worship, but we got it.
Yeah. So, what's keeping you in sumo, Jamal?
Honestly, something to do with my strength, something to do with my, my physique, and because I have developed a bit of a gym rat stage in my life where it's pretty much one of the more consistent things that I do, and it's like, it's cool being, like bigger than everybody, I guess, but I want something to do with it. I want to apply myself. It's
I never understand people who I get it. People who love being strong and big just for the sake of it, but like everything I utilize in the gym, like you were saying earlier, I just imagine what that's gonna help me in my like for sumo, and I'm just like, damn, like I imagine when I hit JJ, I'm just like, okay, where am I so weak, and then I have to, I gotta up it, and that's
right.
And at one point, he's gonna smile like he's doing right now. He's gonna whisper sweet nothings in my ear in the dohyo, and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck!"
I heard one of your screams, man. Justin, like, I think we were at Roller Town, and Justin, like, he swung me one way, and then that second one took a lot out of him. He was, I was like, oh shit! It stunned the shit out of me, and before I know it.
I don't know. It's when you gotta dig deep inside you, like when because like in the middle. I'll openly say it. Sometimes in the middle of the match, I'm doubting. I'll question a choice. Like in that fraction of a second, I hate it, but I do it, and and so sometimes I have to just like be like, shut the fuck up and fucking just go for it. And that's me. That's it. That's the thing.
Erupting like a volcano, like a wonderful chocolate volcano. Yes, he does.
After dark. Because going with you, I saw how me and you went during practice during that Keiko before. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, shit, he's really up his strength level. Like you felt solid, and so I went in thinking, whatever, just let it flow, see what happens. And then there was that point after the first attempt where I was like, fuck, I can't get this man out, and I was like, no, fuck it.
No, it's fucking awesome. I felt it. I felt myself being a secondary character to your story right there. Like I felt like I was in the pages. I was like, damn, I was supposed to lose this one. God.
Well, that is
that is a good moment when you have that and you're just like,
yeah,
I'm still the big bad.
Yeah, but that is a good segue to let the audience know what is your other hobby. as far as character, because you start talking about characters and anime and stuff like that. And
Well, yes.
what else do you do?
My hobbies, aside from going to the gym or whatever, I do like to draw. I'm a comic book illustrator, and one of the things that got me into sumo is that I was gonna write a comic about it, and still am. And it got to a point where it's like I don't want to not know what I'm talking about. Like I don't want people who are into it to read it and feel that, oh, he's so many steps removed. Like ultimately, my project is going to be what it is, and but I just feel like it would be better to educate myself on the sport if I actually were doing it.
Yep.
And I've just been using that, and but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I even joined to do it at all. And it's just, like I said, it all correlates to my hobbies of being a illustrator, and I'm not doing that full time. I'm working towards that, but yes, that is one of my hobbies. Also, reading Western comic books, as I talked about with JJ a little bit earlier. That's another one of my hobbies. Real big fan of that stuff.
Western comic books. What do you mean by that? Like Western,
like anything that's not manga, like Marvel, DC, Dark Horse.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And stuff. Just in case. I wanted to say Western comics, just in case, being fans of sumo, I imagine people are a little bit more like geological with their, putting stuff in. Yeah.
The Eastern world of
yeah.
We have a project that we're just steps away from starting a Kickstarter.
Oh boy!
So Justin, go ahead and pitch it.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so imagine illustrating this. All right.
Okay.
This is I guess during slave times. All right.
Already. I'm already sold. No, I'm joking. Go on.
But in order for a black man to get their freedom, they gotta fight for it. They gotta but fight in sumo, and so it is called the Sumo Negro League.
Oh my god, the Sumo Negro League. Okay.
Imagine a slave version of Baki.
Man, oh my gosh, that sounds intense. That sounds intense.
It's a little less slave time and more post World War II and Jim Crow era.
Okay, all right.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, slave time sounds real bad. Like it sounds like how are we sumo wrestling?
This is two marginalized groups coming together. It's more of a celebration of greatness than it is whatever Kunta JJ was saying, or Kunta Justin was saying.
Oh my god, I won't lie, I was a little scared. I like the way that JJ explains it. At first I was like, oh my god, I'm terrified. Baby. No, I love the idea.
I have an amazing student that helped build an amazing framework for it. He's a history major, and I'll send it your way just to look at it, and maybe I'll send it to Justin so he stops talking about slavery. Well,
yes, please.
I mean, you can bring it up if you want.
I was like, damn. But I was like, it could be like Bloodsport, like the '80s movie Bloodsport, but then black people, or
that's cool. That premise alone will get a lot of doors open with me. I'll tell you right now. This movie, but with black people. I love that already.
There was one black dude in which is racist as fuck. I don't know if you remember Homeboy in Bloodsport. Dude was a little fucking.
Oh no! Was it the black man?
Yeah, he was doing like a.
Yeah, there's a little,
Basically,
he was a dark spot.
He was a straight up.
Hold on. In Bloodsport, there were multiple black people.
I mean, the detective, but he's not fighting.
Whitaker.
Right, but he's not fighting.
He wasn't.
Is that your Forrest Whitaker right now?
Like dudes in the ring. Remember the dude, like the dude, he bounced off him like a little monkey, and then the dude caught him and fucking like broke his back. He was like,
yeah, he was just flicking around like an animal.
Yeah. I was like, damn, you give us one black dude in the ring, and he got to be that.
I think it was the same in Kickboxer too.
Probably
even further. I don't even remember Kickboxer.
They don't never make us look that good. Like Rocky was the best. Rocky and Bruce Lee's movie was probably the best old school depiction martial arts wise of. I mean, can you name it? Can you name another like a no? And I consider boxing in the martial arts and stuff, whatever. But like fighting, like imagine a fighting movie, other than the black sport, the Enter the Dragon. Okay. That set that aside.
Right.
What else? What else do we have? Name one solid ass character where you were like, God damn, and not no Mr. T bullshit. Like,
whoa, hold on. What's wrong with Mr. T, man?
Man, it ain't no. I don't know.
Mr. T's fine. Really, he had to look, man. Really, that's all that matters.
He's like a side piece of a magical Negro. Right? Like he's not the cliche one, but he's like right in that realm.
He's like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be a little me about it. You know, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's still a magical Negro. It's still
a little attitude though. Negro. Okay.
I'm clever. What's his name? Clubber Lane.
Yeah.
Clubber Lane.
Fair enough.
But I mean, seriously,
Apollo Creed. That was amazing representation.
Yeah, you couldn't get like people and make him be second fiddle. You couldn't do that.
I mean, he was smiling. He was charming.
Yeah,
he didn't everything about him. He had 14 nicknames. The Count of Monte Fisco.
No, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a solid ass character. Like,
this is true.
And he, he didn't have, especially for the time in the 80s, like he didn't have to act overly, stereotypical. What they would want him to, like what his role could have been. I mean, and he was super motivational in Rocky's, as an adversary, and then Rocky's comeback, and I mean it was. I love Rocky, actually. Sorry.
Right. But, and then Rocky got to train his kids, whatever.
Well, then we got into the Creed stuff, and I don't know. Creed stuff? Huh?
Wait, what?
The Creed stuff's good.
Is it?
The Creed stuff's great. I really enjoyed that last movie.
So
I haven't
Creed
seen
2, Creed 1, I watched, and there's a moment where he's in the match, and ultimately, spoiler alert, whatever. He loses, right? Or he's there and he's like losing. And there's a moment where he knocks the guy down and he goes, I wasn't a mistake. I belong. And for a character that was just a fucking love child, right? Yeah. Just a miscellaneous quote unquote mistake, got put into juvie. His whole life he thought he was a mistake. For that one moment, I'm already like kind of feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that was real. And I think that's what the Creed movies does extremely well. Like that one particularly, it was Ryan Coogler's real like vision of what that could be. He fought to make that movie get made. And then Creed 2 is it's a story of fathers, right? And it's like you got Drago going through his life and how he was a bad father. You have Rocky thinking about how he was a bad father. You have the absentee father of Adonis. You have it's just, and then Adonis has a daughter in it.
Okay.
And then the daughter has a disability, and it's just how he deals with it. Man, like it's just magic. It's magic if you look at the movie for what it's trying to tell you, right? A sports movie is never really a sports movie. It's really a vessel for something else, right? And that's when the best sports movies are.
Yeah.
And that's what those are doing. It's a broad stroke on a different part, and then it's in the coloring of a boxing movie.
Damn, you may have just sold me to watch. I've always avoided it.
Yeah, they're good. And Creed 3 is that's the only thing that really messes me up on Creed 3 is the just I understand how boxing works, and you can't just walk in to being like you can't just come from nowhere and be like I'm going to fight for the heavyweight
The
title.
plot of
It
how
just
they
doesn't
Right.
like my
But-
brain couldn't like mess with that. But what it is it's an art piece for what's his fucking name?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. It's an art piece. Really, it's the most anime I've ever seen any movie.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
the fight scene is shot like a different thing that doesn't even. It's like you're in the hyperbolic time chamber of Dragon Ball Z. It's amazing, and it's a story of mistakes, right? So that's the broad stroke of that. It's mistakes of the past and how they affect you in your future, and how you'll jeopardize everything for that, to try to turn back time.
I really enjoyed it because that OST was really, really, really dope. It was very anime. Really
good.
enjoyed a lot of the good guy versus bad guy angles, but there's something in between that they pull with that third movie. It was really it was one of my favorites, and not so much as like in a sports movie angle, where the boxing shit has to make sense, but in terms of stacking adversaries and what this means to both of them. Two black leads.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing but like enjoyment that I got out of seeing their performances, everybody's performances in that movie.
If you ever have the chance, go back and listen to anything that the music director has made. His name is Ludwig. He also
Big fan since Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah,
That guy.
he's talented.
There's a Music Exploder. It's a YouTube thing, and he dives deep into how he made Black Panther and how he made those songs, and you can see like how much love and respect he puts into like African beats, and how he had to travel the whole continent of Africa to represent Wakanda. It's like you can see once you understand what he does, you will see that he does that in everything that he does, and you can hear it through Creed.
And really shout out to, because it takes a white person pretty much to bring all the other cultures in somehow. Like they don't want to go get it themselves or bring us to do it, but if he comes back from Africa and says, "Hey, these are the shits," they'll be like, "Yeah, bring it right on in." So no,
I mean, talking drums. When's the last time we heard talking drums in a fucking movie?
Facts. So you can't discredit him for his hard
I
work.
thought I was the only person that owned a talking drum. I thought that was it.
Now there's two of you.
Now there's two.
There are two.
Me and this German white man.
Yes.
Yeah. And stone neck and neck too. Like just like Ludwig Göransson, JJ. What's the real divide there?
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Well, did you want to? Do you have any questions? I was going to ask him if he has any questions for us.
Yeah, I think this is a great time to do that.
Yeah.
What are your opinions on anyone? I guess this includes you guys. How do you guys feel about amateur sumo? Anybody who's not like obviously in it to go pro, but still in it. What's your feelings on that, and your aspirations, and what inspires you to keep doing it? I guess.
So
First, so for me, what kind of keeps me going is the pursuit of perfection, right? And I know I'm never going to be perfect, right? If anything, I'm only going to get worse. But I'm going to my brain will get better, and I will see more opportunities, and then I'll spread that to the next generation. But that's my favorite thing about martial arts is no matter how good you are, no matter how much better you get, no matter how many like little tricks you get, how many different whatevers, there's always something to learn. And it all stacks on top. Every single thing. And I really enjoy that. It's like a stairmaster that goes to heaven instead of just fucking in a dirty ass gym.
I like that. Stairmaster that goes to heaven. I like that.
Mr. Gibson.
Oh, me.
If you want. No.
Well, I would say, well, a lot, especially recently, has changed. Getting some news from my doctor, but what has always motivated me is just pretty kind of what in my career before I was a teacher, it was just be the best, learn from the best, beat and try and just constantly try to beat beat whoever's next and beat the best, and then seeing do that worlds and try and be like, okay, that's the big dog, okay, that's the one to beat kind of thing. And then I guess becoming a teacher. I mean, of course, yes, I still am, growing. Like JJ said, you never ever stop growing. But now, me, I guess, is just I'd spent a lot of focus the last 2 years or so trying to funnel into my students the culmination of my style, and some people come and go, and it hurts when some life things happen, like one of my guys, Sam Kimka, very promising, very talented, and life has just happened, and it sucks that that he's not in it as much anymore, but I do appreciate seeing my guys and girls win with what I have bestowed on them or whatever. I don't know. And so that's become almost on the same level of, I guess, endorphins, the joy as my own win. So I guess I understand like how a father would feel or something, and it sparked new things in me. And so now it's like trying to bestow on a consistent crop. It's not going to be everybody. Some people come, some people go. If you ever start your own club, you'll understand, and it sucks, because and it sucks to watch real raw talent kind of just go by the wayside. And you're just like, God, especially the young ones. It's just like, as you get older, sir, you're a lot more conscious of time. And wasting time is a huge thing for me, and I do not waste my time on those who don't want to show up to practice, or this is it's just I had a great one, and that is now gone, but she just didn't want to put the work in. You want the glory but you don't want to put the work in, and that's life. And I had to learn, I had to learn to let that go. Anywho, but my motivation is just, like Yoda, hopefully having, I would like to have one of my students be the person who wins a medal at Worlds. That would just
put you over.
Just
okay.
My time is coming on, and I wish I found it in my 20s, and that'd be amazing.
I wish Andrew responded to my email in 2007.
Jeez.
Because that would have been perfect time.
Yeah. Sumo was very raw back then. I mean, shit, even fucking what's his name? Trent Sabo got silver, and or
Flair, I had no tattoos at the time. Who knows?
Might have been the next what's his name? Why am I going blank? That older black guy that we've been trying to get to interview.
We'll talk about him at a different time.
Okay, all right. Anyhow,
I don't have tattoos. Is there still a chance that I can?
How old are you?
I'm 34. All right.
No.
So if you, nah.
24 was the cutoff, my dude.
24 is the cutoff. Unless you're
money.
Japanese with a degree, then you're 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh well. Darn.
Yeah. But you'll continue to do great in the amateur scene.
Yeah.
And
You can win a world title up until you're at least mid 40s.
Okay, bet.
Well,
It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. It's very
Yeah.
possible.
There is that older. I think he's Russian. No, was he Russian?
Don't forget Alex from Brazil.
Oh yeah.
He
how
medals
old
like
is he?
every year. I don't know, but I know he's older.
He's not. He ain't over 40. I know that for sure.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, Justin knows everybody over 40, so
damn. Yeah.
can't get that one past him. Okay.
you get the patch on your Mawashi, you know, it's
Right.
like over 40
Yeah,
club.
you get a patch. You get a little.
Yeah, nice little patch. It's icy hot activated.
Yes.
Remember, if it's CBD, you can't take that bitch out to some countries, man. You get
Yeah.
locked up.
Just got to suffer.
My CBD goes with me everywhere. Shit, I live in that shit. I'm like fucking. What's his name? What's his name? The Mandalorian not Boba Fett, just chilling in a fucking back to tank. I'm like old Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like half the show, he's just chilling. You know, it's like him flashbacking, having dreams in a back to tank.
They did that a lot.
Yeah, that's me.
They did that a lot.
Yeah.
That show only got good when fucking Mando showed up.
What? No, that show got
No.
good when Fennec Shan showed up. Okay, it stayed.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, that's fair. That's
Fair.
fair.
All right.
It was a weird Power Ranger moment, but
That was yeah. All right, talk about that.
that's going to be a story for a different time.
True.
This was an honor. This was amazing. I hope to meet you in person soon. Probably Consulates Cup. I feel like that's safe to say. Consulates Cup, same time zone as
That would be-
Chicago, and I'm
Why-
required by my soul to
Labor
go.
Day weekend, sir.
Labor
Day
Day
weekend?
weekend. That's right.
They will.
I
we'll
think it's
see.
August 31st. I want to
Yeah.
say.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, you will meet me, but I'm just still trying to figure out which ones that's going to be. You know,
I mean, if you're looking for a big one that you can get some challenge in, that's a good one. That's a good one. I know the director of it. He always puts on a good show and a great after party.
That is a fact.
I like those. Okay.
All right. And with that, we will say sayonara.
It's nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Sayonara.